Hey swingers, welcome back to another exciting episode of Tire Swing Games plays Speed Racer Dawn of Justice.
And as far as we know, this is a good game.
So, swingers, let me tell you something. I need to check something. Right click properties. So, wait. So we initially recorded this according to this April 8th, 2021. So over a year ago, Seth.
My God, do you know what April 8th, 2021 was?
Your birthday, 2021.
Oh, what are you, a fool? It's Roy's birthday.
Sure. Anyway, swingers, we recorded about 6 episodes of Speed Racer the video game in roughly April 2021.
And I'm playing Cannonball Taylor, as is proper.
Yep, we're playing Cannonball Taylor the asshole. And that was one of the issues. There were a lot of issues with this recording, swingers. We were using because we were actually playing on a legitimate PlayStation 2.
Probably our first mistake.
You know, Bounty Hunter had a lot of problems with it too, is what I'm going to say. But it didn't have this weird skipping stuff. That's what confuses me. But
we might have to get an outdated capture card for this shit.
Fuck if I know. But the GameCube also didn't have this problem. I don't know why Speed Racer had this problem, but none of the others did.
I'm wondering if it's because the adapter we were using was shit.
Though one of the adapters is shit, but the other one's less shit, but it's still super fucking laggy. Sad, I just realized we can blame all of Bounty Hunter on the lag from the adapter. All of it. We totally fucking can.
Hey, Dimitri, can you put a disclaimer if we ever upload Bounty Hunter on every episode of Bounty Hunter?
It's the lag from the adapter.
And it's not me being bad at the game?
Trust me, I've used that adapter. I just used it a couple of days ago because I tried to play Melee on Seth's new big TV, and it's bad.
I mean, you might as well move the Wii in here
now. I'm going to. Anyway, swingers. So, today is May 3rd, 2022. So, it's been over a year since we recorded this. We've known that the audio on the audio on this was garbo, like really, really bad, which is why we're redubbing it. We just never bothered to because we hadn't uploaded anything, so it wasn't a big deal if you guys never saw this. But today something happened that I really wanted to talk about, and so we didn't have a game to play because we just finished
the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, we just finished the Skywalker saga a couple of days ago, so we're in between games, and I don't see us recording a new game anytime soon. I didn't really want to start a new game, and I didn't want to try and play Mario Kart or Smash Bros. While trying to talk to Seth, to you swingers. So, anyways, today, May 3rd, 2022, I finally got around to watching Spider-Man No Way Home.
It took him a long time to watch it.
I didn't go see it in theaters, partially because of COVID and partially because I didn't feel like... there was no one I felt like going with at the time. I will break your fucking phone.
I understand.
But so I finally saw it today, and god damn, swingers, it's worth talking about because anybody who says that that's the best Spider-Man movie ever is a fucking moron.
And they're only saying that because they're a nostalgic little shit.
So what? That's not. I understand. Okay, I get what you're saying. I do kind of disagree. But swingers, I watched that movie today. And I was entertained by it, but Jesus fucking Christ, it's a hot mess. It really is. Like,
super overrated.
First of all, the entirety of the plot could have been completely fucking prevented if Stephen Strange had just bothered to fucking talk to Peter for 5 minutes instead of just starting the spell. Like, you're going to get a lot of spoilers, by the way, swingers, if you hadn't figured that out. But Peter asked Steven to make people forget. Peter didn't even ask Steven. It was Steven's fucking idea to have people forget that Peter was Spider-Man. And Peter's like, okay, cool. And then Steven starts the spell and says everybody's gonna forget, and Peter's like, well, hold on, wait. I don't want everyone to forget. There's 5 people that I want to still know. And Steven fucked up his spell because he didn't account for the fact that maybe Spider-Man has friends that want to know he's Spider-Man. Like, hell, you would think that fucking Steven would know right off the bat that, like, Peter doesn't want everyone to forget he's Spider-Man, because you would imagine that Peter would want Stephen Strange to still know. But for some reason, Stephen Strange didn't feel the need to fucking communicate whatsoever, and then blamed it on Peter when Stephen fucked everything up.
I really don't understand how Stephen Strange is supposed to be the best of the Sorcerer Supremes.
He is not Sorcerer Supreme. Remember, Wong is.
Yeah, he's really bad at his sorcery job.
Also, he's in every movie. He's a pretentious asshole. Like
really unlikable.
Like his Doctor Strange is good. Like the movie Doctor Strange is good. But in Infinity War, when he's just like, no, fuck you, Tony, the entire movie, and then and he apparently didn't learn from that because he decided to do that to Peter as well. It's like kind of shitty. And so the problem was in the movie that anyone who knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man is somehow getting zooped to MCU universe, right? And the solution to that is to make every single person in all universes apparently completely forget about Peter Parker. Which is weird because why couldn't the solution just be everybody forgets that Peter's Spider-Man? If the problem was a lot of people knew Peter was Spider-Man and they're getting zooped here, why is the solution just to not have everyone forget he's Spider-Man? They shouldn't have to forget him altogether.
Yeah, it's a very roundabout way of fixing a problem that they made.
Yes. It's a very awkward way to fix the problem they made. On top of that,
weren't we just on this map? Yeah, we totally were.
I couldn't tell you, dude. I'm not paying attention.
I am.
We might talk about the game at some point. We talked about it twice already, even. So, like, as far as the swingers know,
its controls are super jittery. I will say that.
I'm not surprised. But so, it's really awkward to have the whole world forget about Peter because, like, he's still in your fucking yearbook. He's still your friend on Facebook. He's still got school records. He's still got a fucking social security number, and now nobody knows he exists. Like, at the end, you see Peter getting ready to take his GED, but why the hell should he have to do that? He's still enrolled at school. Like, they forgot him, but, like, he's still in the records.
He still exists as a person.
Yeah, like, there are still physical records of him.
And Strange didn't wipe that away.
As far as we know, Strange didn't wipe that away. So not only does that not really solve the problem, it just makes it a different problem that's worse. Well, not worse. It's worse for Peter, but not for the universe. But on top of that, like, the video of Mysterio saying Peter Parker is Spider-Man still fucking exists, which was the whole thing they were trying to fix to begin with.
Why did I explode?
Couldn't tell you, Bob. So, it's really just a fucking mess of a movie.
Oh, it's not bad, but it is mediocre.
It's not bad, but it's not good. And then, let's get to the first end credit.
Actually, its plot makes less sense than Captain Marvel's.
Well, Captain Marvel's plot kind of made sense, is the thing. It just wasn't very... So, it's like Godzilla versus Ghidorah, right? The
King of the Monsters.
Yeah. It had a plot, it just wasn't very good. But King of the Monsters was entertaining, unlike Captain Marvel.
Ooh, same year it came out, too.
But this new Spider-Man is Godzilla versus Kong. It didn't have a plot, but was entertaining-ish.
So, Logan, I'm going to rank the movies that came out in 2019 in order from best to worst.
Hold on. We can do that probably next episode because we got 6 minutes on that. I got some more stuff to say about Spider-Man.
Forget about it, though.
No, well, write it down on this notepad, Seth. In the first end credits scene, just put it on that page. In the first end credits scene, we see Eddie Brock from Venom talking to a bartender, because apparently Eddie Brock got zooped as well. Issue, though. Eddie Brock didn't know that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, swingers, so why did he get zooped to our universe when the only people getting zooped were people who knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man?
The better question is, how did Eddie Brock get zooped if he didn't even know who Peter Parker was?
Exactly.
What if his universe doesn't have a Peter Parker?
Exactly, that's my point. And on top of that, so what about the other Peter Parkers?
Why am I playing as Trixie?
We wanted to play as different racers each circuit. But, so...
Trixie suck.
Probably. I hope.
Logan, I'm gonna need you to not.
But she hot.
Not with bangs.
No. You give her normal hair, though.
I agree.
Anyway, so not only does Eddie Brock not know who Peter is, but it gets zooped anyway. So, like, not only does the fix no longer makes any sense of everybody just having to forget who Peter Parker is. How does that affect the other Peter Parkers when they go back to their universes with nobody remembering them whatsoever? Right? Because just erased... It's not that you just erased your universe's Peter Parker from everyone's memory. The way the spell sound like it works is it erases the memory of Peter Parker from every universe. And what about a random guy named Peter Parker who just happens to be named Peter Parker but isn't Spider-Man? Like there's multiple people on Earth named Peter Parker. Do they all just get erased from everyone's memory too? Like, is there going to be a government investigation to the fact that there's there's 100,000 Peter Parkers and nobody knows who any of them are? Like, how the fuck does this, like, these are questions that are never going to be answered, but that makes them massive fucking plot holes.
They also could have solved this by, not having Peter Parker's identity get revealed.
Yeah, that was a big in my opinion, that was actually a really big mistake in Far From Home. I knew, as soon as I saw that, I knew it was a problem, because they were going to have to come up with some shitty bullshit like this to undo it all, and they literally tried to rip it from in the comics. At some point, people figure out, the whole world finds out Peter's Spider-Man, and they wipe the memory of everyone in the comics as well. I don't know the exact mechanism or the details of what all gets wiped, but essentially they tried to rip it from the comics, which is fine because a lot of the plot points are ripped from the comics, but you have to do it better than that, guys.
I'd also like to point out that I know why they want to do it, because people were complaining that Spider-Man's supposed to have a really shitty life and still do it because he likes being Spider-Man.
No, it's because he thinks it's the right thing to do. Spider-Man is Batman, but without being edgy,
And without money.
And
Spider-Man
is a better person.
Spider-Man is supposed to be dirt poor.
Yeah.
And Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man absolutely fucking nailed that.
But
and they wanted that for MCU Spider-Man because people legitimately complained about that. I'm like,
he's a high school student. It was fine. It was a little weird that he got the suit from Tony. That was the worst part about Homecoming, is Spider-Man
got a high-tech suit from Tony Stark.
But he spent the final fight without it, so it arguably balances out. But Peter should have been... There should have been more to Peter figuring out on his own than we got, because that's the Spider-Man way. But it's just wild to me that they legitimately stopped trying. Marvel seems to have stopped trying after Infinity War. Endgame was just kind of an homage and a cash grab to it. Well, every single one of them since Iron Man's been a cash grab, of course. But including Iron Man swingers, um, which is fine. Don't get me wrong.
But quality has dropped off significantly.
Seth hasn't even seen. Is Spider-Man No Way Home the only one you've seen since?
Yeah.
In Endgame.
Yep.
Eternals, meh. The Ten Rings, meh. Far From Home, better than the newest Spider-Man, but not great. Black Widow was super fucking meh. Like we've been waiting for a Black Widow movie for 10 years, right? And we got mediocrity.
I mean, people apparently love WandaVision, but
Oh no, that's overrated. WandaVision's overrated. Of the TV shows that I've seen, because I haven't watched Moon Knight yet, Swingers, Falcon versus the Winter Soldier is good-ish. And WandaVision's overrated. Was there another? Oh, and Loki. Loki's overrated too.
I haven't watched any of them. I have no interest.
But we'll talk
Swingers.
about that next time, Swingers, maybe.